Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warship Blitz video. Today's video is something a little bit different from what I normally give you. It's a different ship, so I have been getting into a bit of a rut. And that's because I don't play that often and I play the same ship. So here we are. We are in the Tier 8 Japanese heavy cruiser, the Takao, which is the heavy cruiser version of the Mogami. So the reason I'm out in the Takao is that I have recently purchased the Mogami and the Cheshire, and I thought I would make a series on what happens when I get a new ship. And instead of messing it up like I did with the Iowa, and I don't really play the Iowa that much. No, it was the Missouri. Missouri is the one that I don't play very much. So even though it's an historical ship, it's not my cup of tea. Not really into Tier 9, but the Mogami and the Cheshire, I've had my eye on the Cheshire for a while, and the Mogami and the Cheshire are in a bundle. Well, there you go. And I've also had my eye on the Mogami, but probably less seriously. So here we are, we're in the Takao, and we are practicing. We are practicing for how to play the Mogami, because these are essentially fairly similar ships in a lot of respects. Gun layout's very similar. The substantial difference is that the Takao with the light cruiser has 15 6-inch guns, whereas this has 10 8-inch guns. So these are blessed with a lot of turrets and cursed with turrets in a really inconvenient layout if you muck it up. So basically, especially that third turret back, because it traverses from one side of the ship to the other the wrong way round, it means every now and again you can get it hooked on the wrong side and we can end up being sort of more conventional cruiser. So here we are playing the game the way that the Japanese cruisers are meant to be played, which is to burn things down at a distance. Now there are better ships for burning things down at a distance, such as the Russian ships, although the Japanese ships do have a significantly more powerful torpedo armament. So you lose a little bit on some of the accuracy, you lose a little bit on some of the range, but you make up for it at medium range by having some extremely effective torpedo armament. So here we are, we're going to take on that Lightning. Like all good destroyers, they're conscious of the times that they're getting peppered, so I just need to make sure that he continues to get relatively peppered at range, and he'll know that he probably shouldn't get too close. So we're firing HE. These guns with the large caliber with AP can do a bit of a wallop, but given that I'm up against what I would describe as mixed set of targets, I am sticking with the HE. They do have a reasonable fire chance, so it's not a waste of time going after them with the HE. Here we are. I think we are the target for those shells, but we've got the turn, and that turn saves us from the Poltava. We're not going to have that turn for long. Now, as you can see, I do have to expose quite a bit of broadside to get the full salvo off, so I do need to play a little bit carefully. He's going in reverse, we can see from his smokestacks, and so that's how you can tell a ship which direction a ship's travelling in, which is why, of course, something like a barrel-tanking Richelieu is such a hard target, because you can't tell the direction of travel, and the auto-aiming system seems to struggle with end-on ships in any case. So here we are, keeping that Poltava occupied. There's the Zara. It's a bit out of range. So basically what we're trying to do is keep raining down fire, keep them out of that middle cap, although that lightning is a bit of an issue. We'll move ourselves up a little bit. Now that lightning could launch at us, but I've just got to keep enough of movement on to be unpredictable. Also his smoke is very short lasting, and it is mostly behind the island. There he is, he's back visible again. Zoom in, and he's clearing out. He's getting in from behind that island because I think he's getting flanking fire and he's finding it a little bit uncomfortable. That's my opportunity to sneak into the centre cap. Now he is out there somewhere. He's likely to be firing torpedoes, so we'll throw ourselves in reverse once we're in the centre cap. There he is. And as I said, like all good destroyer captains, they're extremely conscious when they're getting hit by HE fire. There go his line of torpedoes. He had chanced his arm, probably emptied most of his tubes. So just be aware with the lightning is that the torpedoes, when they fire, their single fire torpedoes, it's quite common that they'll dump the whole lot in the water at one time, which means it can really be an all or nothing shot. So do keep your evasion up. The problem that they have is that when they fire their ripple fire their torpedo, single torpedo at a time, it fires them off alternate racks, and the racks don't reload until they're all empty, so they're incentivized to empty their tubes. Now what I have done as a British destroyer player is fire that's the auto aiming at work, that's nice, is what I have done in the past is try to keep one set of tubes fired. So I'll fire them off into the water early in the game, and if it looks like the second lot's coming on steam, I'll fire them. Now what that means is that I can never fire a full complement of torpedoes, but it guarantees that when I ripple fire, there's always a tube on reload. So what's sort of like having one tube that reloads, one set of quadruple tubes that reloads really, really quickly rather than two sets, if that makes sense. Although I should probably do a video on British destroyers in order to sort that out. So here we are. He's doing a bit of acceleration. They are quite a hard target because of their good acceleration. What we're going to do is just, here we are, trying to clear them out, keep ourselves a difficult target, bit of an overshoot. What can we do here? It is, yeah. We've got the caps, we're keeping them out of the caps. I'm getting enough hits on them to cause them some grief. And so the score's racking up in our favour. We'll fire them over the island. That's no good. That, I think it's a Zara, is well out of range. His other torpedo boat has just gone right down to find our carrier, and that's the reason that they're struggling. There we go. Over the top of the island. Love that shot for a nice ending for the game. So yeah, bit of practice in the Takao. Don't worry, I've played some other games and haven't done so well. So it is a bit of a quiet art, and it's a bit more conservative gameplay than I'm used to normally. So yeah, playing conservatively gets rewarded. So hopefully I've learned a lesson from that, but let's see. Anyway, do keep an eye out because I will do the Mogami, and then I'll probably do the Cheshire, but I might do them separately as basically a new premium and how I set them up. Anyway, so came second, which is not too bad for me in a Japanese destroyer. That's the Takao, preludes to the Mogami. Hope you enjoyed that video, maybe found bits of it educational. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.